Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. MAZUMA TV, back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope you had a great start to your weekend, man. I'm back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We're going to be speaking about who Devin Haney will choose between Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson. We're going to be speaking about Richardson Hitchins, all of a sudden, dissing Canelo Alvarez. Then, of course, we're going to get into some open boxing topics. But before we get into all of that, if y'all can please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,600 mark. They're going to crack that 3,700 mark in due time. Shout out to the nation and the mob for making this possible. Big shout out to the nation for coming through, always supporting the channel, the cash apps, the super chats. Everything you guys do definitely goes a long way, and I'm highly appreciative of that. Shout out to everybody that's in the comments thus far. Shout out to my boy Sean Terrence, always coming through, even when he not on the live. He always makes sure he one of the first comments, man. Shout out to the brother, man. Always coming through and showing love. Shout out to the replay gang as well. Yeah, I mean, I got a whole bunch of those who aren't available during the nighttime, but they watch, you know, as they navigating through their morning and afternoons and stuff like that. So thank you very much. Bad Boom Balloon, what up? He said, damn, I always miss the MMA lives. What's new with boxing, though? I ain't been keeping up lately, but did you hear Mayweather versus Pac 2 will be on Zuffa Boxing? I did not hear that, brother, to be honest with you. To be you know, even more honest with you, I don't really care too much for Mayweather Pacquiao too. You know, that's a fight that, you know, the first fight a lot of people thought was over marinated. You know, it took a little bit too long for that fight to be made. So now we got two guys that are, you know, pushing 50 if they're not 50 years old already and are looking to get another payday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really feel like it does anything for the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if the casual boxer fan is even interested in that fight. But if they fight and I ain't got shit to do, I guess I'll watch it. But it's like I don't really see at this point in time why that fight is even being spoken about when we got the current generation of fighters like, you know, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Jaron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? You still got, you know, Tank somewhere around here looking like he's about to come back sometime soon, you know, or early next year. You know, there's so much talent out here right now. Why are we even talking about Mayweather Pacquiao? Like, I don't really understand. I was cool with the first fight. The first fight wasn't even competitive, but regardless, it is what it is. Slime, what up? Smoochie in the building. What's up, Smoochie? I ain't see you in a minute. Junior Frank, what up? Jay, what's going on? What's going on? Des 215 in the building. What up? Came through with a comment. He said that's how Core Dev and Tank fight is going to end up being. I hope not. I hope not, but wouldn't be surprised at the same time. You know what I'm saying? She said, you know, Smoochie going to come through and say, you know, you finna watch it. Stop it. I swear to God, if I got something else going on that day, I would not. I'll probably just check out the highlights and read the headlines, and that's it. Probably tapping with the group chat. That's it, bro. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, at this point in my life, if it's not pushing, and I say this all the time, because like I said, I was one of those dudes who will watch all types of boxing, whether it was a local fight, you know what I'm saying? It could be on ESPN, Friday Night Fights, whatever the case is, or if they got a channel just giving boxing, I'll watch it. You know, that's just how I was when I was young and new to the game. You know what I'm saying? But, and I'm not saying I'm burnt out or anything like that, but at least not yet. And I hope I never get to that point. There's ways to deal with burnout. So the times that I have dealt with it, I've been able to, you know, get past it. But, you know, at this point in time, like, you know, at my age, it's just, you know, I'm all about quality now. So it needs to be fights that, you know, genuinely intrigue me. It needs to be fights that are actually pushing the boxing culture forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really see what Mayweather and Pacquiao 2 does for the sport of boxing nowadays. Like, I understand they both icons, they both legends, all-time greats. I get it. But, like, at this point, you know, it went from, you know, the first fight being the most meaningful fight one of the most meaningful fights of all time to the rematch just sounding like two older dudes who need a paycheck. That's what it comes across as to me. You feel me? But, you know, I don't really care too much for that fight. And if I have something else to do that day, I definitely will do that over watching Mayweather Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Josue Hernandez, what up? Z, what up? Bethaniel, Tricks, what's going on? Tricks and MAZUMA, we know there's people that say certain fighters get hit or don't have a chin. Do you know when this narrative about fighters started? I don't understand. Are we talking about a particular fighter or are we just talking in general? I don't know. We know there's people saying that certain fighters get hit or don't have a chin. Do you know when this narrative about fighters started? I think that's always been a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody is known for notoriously for going down and shit like that, like an observation that could be made is, oh, they can't take a shot. So I just think that that's been around as long as boxing's been around. With watching fights comes observations, and I guess if there's a situation where you see a fighter get hurt multiple times or drop multiple times, you could then draw the conclusion that they're chinny or they don't have any punch resistance. I guess, you know what I'm saying? So if I had to answer that, that's probably a narrative that about fighters that's been around since the sport has existed. If I had to guess. Josue Hernandez said, Mark, am I tuning into the Spence fight next week? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Smoochie said she don't even tune in anymore. Did you tune into the Boots fight with Xander? I know you watched that. Their first fight should have been in 2009. Yeah, but we all know, for those of y'all who really tapped in with the situation between Floyd and Pacquiao, y'all already know what it is. They try to blame Floyd for that, but we know what really happened. He said, what up? What's going on? You keep changing your name, so I don't even know what to call you at this point, brother. I forgot your first name. Then you switched up your username so much, I don't know what to call you, brother. So you gotta let me know what to call you. You had to watch the Boots fight. Okay, so you be tuning in. I'm just all about quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if it's a fighter that I deem to be promising, like a Moses Atama, Yasir Ali, you got to put your name back to Yasir Ali, bro. I'll be forgetting your name, bro. I don't got the best memory. If it's a fighter that I deem promising, like for example, I really like Moses Atama. I think he's very promising. I'll watch him. There's this amateur that's about to turn pro in Puerto Rico. His name is John Kumba. I think that he's very promising. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye out on him. Tam Tebow, female fighter under MVP promotion. She about to fight for her first world title. I watch whenever I get the opportunity. I watch her. I think she could be the next big female fighter. I think she's a fucking beast. Even though she ignored me crazy, I try to get 1,000,001 interviews with her. She ignored every fucking message. It's all good. Tam Tebow is a phenomenal fighter, in my opinion. I think she's the future of female boxing. Yeah, like fighters like that. Then I watch. I don't know what happened to him, but there was this. He was with PBC. I forgot his name, man. He was with PBC. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. He fought Jeremy Adorno. He washed him. Let me see. It was Michael Angeletti. I was watching him, but I don't know what happened to him. I completely lost touch with that dude. Like he just been under the radar. But that kid, Michael Angeletti, could really fight. And I was really intrigued in his career. You know what I'm saying? He fight at 118 pounds, but he 5'8" with a 6-foot reach. I watched him fight Jeremy Adorno, and I'm like, yo, like this dude got a lot of potential. And he's still undefeated. He's still doing his thing. And I just seen like last month he beat an undefeated fighter out in Tokyo, which is good. But all right, he's doing 12 rounders and shit, so that's pretty good to see. But I don't know what's up. He had crazy momentum. Like I'm gonna say back in like 2022, and it's just been quiet for him since then. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But regardless, I like Michael Angeletti. He said he about to fight for a world title next. That's beautiful. Simba, what up? Trick said, did you see Shock Foster's interview with the ring? Supposedly Antoine Russell is part of that brotherhood camp with Shakur. I mean, that's what the fuck it sound like. You know, Shock ain't need to tell me that for me to know that. So, like, Antoine be talking all this bullshit. I want to unify. I want to unify. I want to unify. Talk shit about Hitchins, talk shit about Shock, but there's active champions in your division right now that you could easily get the smoke with to unify. But you don't want to unify until later on. See, I knew this shit about Antoine back when they was asking him them Jerron Ennis questions. And he was like, oh, you know, I ain't scared. That ain't never the case. But, you know, the fight, you know, that's a fight that should be, you know, later down the line. So this nigga Antoine just be on some marinating shit. Mind you, this nigga's a nobody. Besides being a world champion, this nigga ain't got no fan base. This nigga can't sell out in his hometown. None of that shit. Not a star, not an attraction whatsoever. And he already talking this marinating shit. No, nigga, you need a big fight to get where the fuck you need to get to the top of the sport. You over here trying to delay shit as if you already done made it or you already some type of star. Niggas don't know you like that, bro. Niggas know your brother more than you. You just, you Mr. Gary Russell little brother, nigga. That's what we know you for. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is we even talking about with all this marinating shit? No, nigga, you need a big fight and you need to get a big win so you could get where you need to go and then them other big fights will line up for you. So I just don't be understanding the shit, bro. Like, that's just another nigga to add to the brotherhood shit, man. You know, it is what it is. You feel me? Yeah, like you need those big fights. You over here trying to hold them off. Like, y'all already be cool with being inactive. I don't be understanding that shit. All the Russells be like that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas want to fight once, twice a year, just sit in the gym and talk shit all day about how nobody want to fight y'all. Y'all niggas ain't got no momentum. Y'all niggas ain't got no momentum. Niggas forget about you. Niggas, they move on. They start to be, fans start entertaining other fighters and shit. And then you'll be like, oh, why I can't get a shot? I've been calling this guy out. I call out Leo Santa Cruz. I called out Tank. I called out this guy. I called out that guy. Don't nobody want to fight me. Bro, because you're not doing your job in terms of marketing yourself, keeping your face in the fan, keeping your face in front of the fans, you know what I'm saying? Where they have no other choice but to put pressure on other fighters to fight you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas be acting funny, bro. And then it's like, I don't know what's up with them Russell dudes, man. Very talented fighters. Antoine's a fucking beast. Mr. Gary Russell a beast. I seen Mr. Gary Russell say that his brother Antonio about to fight for a world title. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope. You feel me? That's dope. But all in all, man, like I don't be understanding them dudes. And it's like, Antoine be talking like he this top tier nigga. Like, bro, you already done lost. Like, y'all niggas you got cooked by Albert Puello and shit. You ain't never get your fucking lick back yet, at least. You know what I'm saying? And you out here acting like motherfuckers are scared of you and then nobody want to fight you and shit. But niggas like Shakur Stevenson say, yeah, I want to fight Gary Antoine Russell. Yeah, but we can do that later down the line. But, I do want to unify. But not with Shakur. I want Shakur to be dead last. Nigga, who are you? You can't be choosing, nigga. Take that shit as it goes, nigga. Who the fuck gonna step up first? Man, shout out Jerron Ennis, bro, because that nigga ain't sit there and say, oh, man, Xander Zayas, you know what I'm saying? He a great champion, but that's a fight I want later down the line. Boo said, all right, that nigga Virgil stuck in some shit right now. Where are these niggas at? Who the first one that's gonna step up? Xander like, oh, I'll fight you. I'll be your Huckleberry. All right, bet. Let's get it. Boom. Unified champion in 2 fights at 154. And you know what he's saying now? I want all the champions. Y'all niggas talking about Fundora. Let's get Fundora pop. Oh, that nigga fighting the number one contender in the WBC. All right, let's see what's up with Josh Kelly. I heard if Josh Kelly comes out successful July 25th, they've already agreed the terms to fight Boots. We heard this story before. So they're saying they can fight each other at the end of the year. That's another belt on the line. I mean, we don't hear Boots talking about, oh, I'm going to fight Josh Kelly at the end. Let me fight Fundora first. Or let me fight Fundora at the end. Let me fight Josh Kelly first. We don't hear shit like that. That's pussyfooting around, my nigga. Like, we don't fuck with none of that shit. Yeah, Smoochie, I want to unify. Yeah, I want to unify. You want to unify? There it go, nigga. There's an opportunity right there. No, I want him last. Like, niggas. Yeah, niggas, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's bitch shit, nigga. You take that if that's really what you want. If you really want to prove you the best at 140, do what the fuck you got to do to become that top dog at 140. If that nigga Shakur talking about he want to rumble you, pull that nigga card. Just like how Dev did. Pull that nigga card. All right, bet. Let's do it. When you want to fight. Oh, that's what you want? All right, cool. You can take that percentage. All right, cool. Now what? You gotta put that type of pressure on these niggas. When you lay back and let these niggas breathe, that shit unacceptable, man. That shit unacceptable. But anyways, not to, cook up on Gary Antoine too much, but he be pissing me off, bro. I don't be liking these niggas' language. I don't be liking how they be talking. I don't like how they be responding to shit. That shit just be like y'all niggas be talking like y'all fuck. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, these niggas be talking like they cold killers, bro. And then when the wrong situation come around in their eyes, they start talking all this businessman shit. Your older brother, Mr. Gary Russell, said that he felt like you got off on Shakur in that sparring session. Nigga, if you feel the same, that should give you confidence to make that motherfucking fight happen. And nigga Shakur be walking around talking about that he ain't no real 140. He really a 135. He be walking around 150 tops. And you know what I'm saying? They ain't enough. You got off on a nigga supposedly in sparring. That's what they saying. We saw that little clip, but we didn't see the full session. He a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? He don't punch hard. Like, what the fuck? And then we was giving Antoine a solid chance. Like, yo, man, nigga said, yo, Antoine, he a tough style for Shakur and all that shit. But based off how the way you moving, you acting like you don't like your chances, or that's something that you want to build yourself up to. Like you want to get a little bit more experience before you get in there with him. Like, bro, that's nigga. Once you a champion, all that bullshit go out the window, nigga. It's either you ready or you not. You know what I'm saying? Josue Hernandez said Kelly, Virgil, Dunfundora. I mean, that's a good little lineup right there. That's a good little lineup. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta see what take time Virgil on. First of all, we gotta see him get back in good graces with, Golden Boy officially. We gotta see him actually get some type of fight there. I heard they're, working things out or whatever the case is. But then, here's another thing. Like, we seen Virgil and his team act a little funny when it comes to boots and shit like that. And they over here trying to get the biggest, splits possible. Y'all niggas can't get that shit now. That 55-45 bullshit y'all niggas was trying to push and 5% to the winner, whatever the fuck that shit was. Y'all can't do that shit now. Y'all try to flex on boots. Y'all can't do that now. First of all, the only thing y'all niggas had to flex was the WBC interim title, right? We don't like niggas. The Boots is a unified champion. That WBC interim belt don't mean shit no more. Y'all also, the only thing y'all only had going y'all way, y'all was ranked number 1 in the Ring magazine. Oh, I'm ranked number 1 in the Ring magazine. Y'all ain't got that no more. So y'all niggas literally don't have anything to fall back on to legitimize you being the A side in this fight. So these niggas probably gonna play hardball. You know what I'm saying? Act like, oh, but we got a better resume, bro. But so the fuck what? So what, nigga? We beat Xander Zayas. We sold 16K everywhere we fucking go. We selling. Y'all niggas ain't putting no asses in seats like us. Y'all talking about we had a what Virgil Ortiz Sr. said, oh, Boots has to earn his way. He has to earn his way. Well, guess what? Maybe y'all, the tables don't fucking turn. Maybe y'all gotta earn y'all way now. You know what I'm saying? You the WBC interim champion. Why don't you talk to Mauricio and them niggas to try to get you to be the mandatory for Sebastian Fundora? Fundora said he'll rumble you. That's what I'm confused about. Everybody want Boots to just fight everybody. And I get it. I want to see him fight them niggas too. But goddamn, like, dude, Boots got to fight every single one of these niggas. How about this nigga that y'all claim to be at the top of 154 and Virgil actually fight somebody notable and actually win a fucking world title before he goes into a unification fight? Why can't he have a belt? Why the fuck Boots got to collect all the belts, then fight Virgil? For what? Boots got to fight everybody? Virgil, do your fucking part, bro. You're the WBC interim champion. This tall ass nigga around here rocking with the full status belt that you should win. So if that's the case, politic with the fucking WBC. Get these niggas to mandate you to fight Virgil Ortiz. How the fuck is the WBC silver champion getting an opportunity before the WBC interim champion? I don't understand that shit. I thought the interim champion was a higher status than the silver champion. Whatever the fuck the silver champion mean. What's that, like a third string fucking champion under the WBC? Why the fuck is he getting an opportunity before Virgil? And it's not like Ermal's the fucking mandatory. He's a number one contender. There's a difference. Like, what the fuck is we even doing out here in these streets, bro? Like, Virgil, Boots about to fight Josh Kelly. That means that this nigga, if he beats Josh Kelly, we can't assume anything. This is boxing. But let's say he fights Josh Kelly, hypothetically speaking, and he beats Josh Kelly. That's 3 world titles that he got in 3 fights at 154. Nigga, you've been there for years, and you have yet to collect one. Could you at least fight a fucking Sebastian Fundora and try to take the title off of him? If you win, all right, bam, you got a WBC title. You and Boots for undisputed at 154. That's fucking beautiful. That's beautiful. But why do that? So at least you have some type of fucking leverage in negotiations, bro. Because if Boots end up getting all 4 belts and then he rumble you, nigga, you should get the smallest amount possible. Like, seriously, get the fucking WBC. Grab that shit off that tall nigga. You claim that you like that. You claim you the best 54 in the world. Fundora and his little bony ass sister out here talking about they the best at 154. Why don't y'all just fucking prove it? Y'all both Mexican American niggas from the fucking South and the West Coast. Why not make that a fucking West Coast fight or whoever? Fundora, there's a lot of Mexicans in Texas. You want to make that shit in Texas? Fucking do it. Texas, Vegas, LA, somewhere in Cali. Who gives a fuck? Y'all decide that shit. But why not y'all fight each other? Virgil, if you're the best, how you claim to be, you should pack Fundora. I mean, this is what you say. You should pack Fundora and at least have fucking 1 belt to go into this undisputed fight with Jaron Ennis. Why not? And if you beat Jaron Ennis, guess what? You're a fucking undisputed champion in one of the most deepest divisions in the sport of boxing. Can't nobody play with your name after that. Can't nobody say that you a 30-year, that you a 28-year-old fucking prospect and none of that bullshit. You could flex on everybody. Oh, Xander was talking that shit. Well, I'm undisputed. It's something you ain't never do. So now what? You could be like, oh, y'all niggas thought I couldn't beat Boots. Well, guess what? I did it. Oh, y'all said I couldn't beat Fundora. Y'all said I wasn't the best. Well, guess what? I proved I am. And everybody would just have to shut the fuck up. Right? That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, Boots got to fight. Boots got to fight this guy and that guy and that guy. And everybody just got to sit on their ass and wait until Jaron Ennis give him an opportunity. How about you do your fucking part in making one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing? If you go ahead and you beat Fundora, if Virgil go ahead and beat Fundora, that's going to make, and then Boots go ahead and he beat Josh Kelly, that fight is going to be even bigger than what it was previously. Because now Undisputed is on the line. Now both of these motherfuckers are world champion. Remember, this was a big fight when neither one of them had a belt. So if you add all 4 fucking belts to the table, can't nobody say that this fight ain't bigger than what it was previously. Now it has jewelry involved. Now it's legacy on the line. Now it's history on the line. Glory on the line. Like, that's my whole thing. If Boots fights Fundora, fuck it. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. But goddamn, like, Virgil, pull some fucking weight in this division too. Nigga. The fuck? And Virgil, you better do it fast before you get sick again and have to move up and weight again. That's what happened at 47. Trying to stick around at 47 too long. I forgot what that shit was called. I can't pronounce that shit. It started with an R though. Nigga, kidneys start shutting down and all that shit from excessive weight cutting. You better hurry up before, you know what I'm saying? Them health issues start catching up again. You got to go up the middleweight. You know what I mean? That boy Tricks in the building said it's actually unfortunate how Ortiz hasn't gotten a belt yet. How did Ryan get one before Ortiz? Because Ryan, whether we like it or not, the nigga's popular. And these niggas want to see Ryan win. The nigga's a fucking well-known racist. He's a fucking well-known drug cheat. He's a fucking compulsive liar. He's all of those things. But these guys love how he looks so bad. They so attracted to this man. They so in love with this man. They so thirsty for this man that, and I've been saying this for shit at this point well over a year. They are infatuated with what he could be instead of what he really is. So they're gonna do whatever they can to put him in position to be like this fucking world champion, bro. Yeah, is he a world champion? Yes, but he beat the fucking weakest champion of this fucking era. This nigga Mario Barrios sucks ass. This nigga's fucking trash. Like, me and Barrios probably fight through a draw. I'm gonna keep it real. If I train for 12 weeks or whatever the case is, me and Barrios probably beat me 7-5. Like, this nigga's trash. You feel me? Like, and I probably get a fucking knockdown to get a draw or whatever. This nigga sucks. This is what Ryan had to. That's who Ryan had to fight in order to become champion. The most trash nigga in the division. I'm dead ass. Like, y'all niggas think I'm playing. Like, this nigga really sucks. So, you know, Ryan's a world champion now. The people are loving it. Oh, he's the star, blah, blah. Bro, Ryan Garcia has shown y'all time and time again that he's a quitter. Y'all talk about niggas ain't Boots ain't got no defense. This nigga show he ain't got no fucking defense. Y'all claim Boots ain't got a fucking chin. This nigga done got dropped multiple times throughout his career. Luke Campbell dropped him. Rolly dropped him. Tank dropped him. Never hear nothing. I never hear no chinny accusations about Ryan Garcia because they love how he looks so bad. Every time this nigga walk out, look at his smile. Look at his smile, Sergio. Look at his smile. Oh my God, why is he boxing? He should be a model. Just something about the way he looks is just driving me crazy, Sergio. Them niggas be going crazy on the commentary. He should be a Calvin Klein model, Sergio. Like, bro, relax. Y'all niggas fucking bussy getting moist talking about this nigga. Like, y'all niggas is disgusting. You feel me? They want him to be somebody that he's never shown to be. Bro, he's not the goods. I'm sorry. Like, the nigga trash. You know what I'm saying? This nigga literally was on survival mode. This nigga quit against Rolly. He didn't even try. Yeah, he got through the rounds. He made it to the scorecards. But this nigga went into survival mode and just quit. He didn't even want to do nothing with Rolly and then blamed it on everybody except himself. Chair be soaked when they get up. Yeah. Mad moist. Be tripping. Rolly beat this nigga with a jab. You lose to Rolly off a jab? Who wins, Louis Crocker or Mario Barrios? Louis Crocker's better than Mario Barrios. I actually seen this fight with Leon Paro. He lost, but no, Louis Crocker, I don't think Louis Crocker trash. I just don't think that he's championship timber. Like, I just don't think he's elite level. But Barrios ain't elite level neither. If Mario Barrios fights how he's been fighting lately, I don't think he beats Louis Crocker. I just think Louis Crocker got that belt too soon. I don't think he was ready for that step. You feel me? Like, Louis Crocker got a sneaky little left hook, good counters. You know what I mean? He got some little sneaky speed behind him too. Like, Barrios, he had the goods when he was at like 140 and shit like that, but something like post Keith Thurman, he's just never been the same. And I don't know why. Like, yeah, you beat your Dennis Ugas, but your Dennis Spence destroyed Ugas. Let's keep it real. That injury, fucked him over. You know what I'm saying? But I think Louis Crocker at this point is better than Mario Barrios. Neither one of them are championship level fighters, in my opinion, but you know what I'm saying? They was just at the right place at the right time. Like, Mario Barrios beat you, Dennis Ugas became the WBC interim, right? After, Terrence Crawford vacated and all that, Mario Barrios was given full champion status. So it ain't like the motherfucker went out there and earned the fucking belt. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the era that we in. They giving out belts once they move, they elevating champions now. It is what it is. But like Mario Barrios just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I think Lewis Crocker is better than Mario Barrios right now. Ain't a huge skill gap between them, but Crocker's better. Liam Paro would have beat Mario Barrios' ass too. Mario versus Spence in the future. Man, Spence, you better not. Spence said he don't do tune-ups. So I ain't even trying to hear that shit. Spence coming around talking about he don't do tune-ups, nigga. You fight Barrios, you would be a liar. You would be contradicting yourself. That's what the fuck Mario Barrios says. That nigga is a tune-up. But Errol Spence will pack the shit out of Mario Barrios. Unless this nigga just show up the Tim Tszyu fight and just look absolutely shot, nothing left, cooked, whatever the case is, whatever. But the Errol Spence that I know, that's a fucking what? That's an early night, man. Being Tim Tszyu a tune-up? No, not at all. Coming off a nearly 3-year layoff, you fighting Tim Tszyu in Australia, that's not a tune-up. It wasn't like the craziest, most dangerous option, but Tim Tszyu ain't no tune-up. He's definitely not. Spence said that shit ain't a tune-up. So if he's saying it ain't a tune-up, it's not. He said he don't believe in tune-ups. He also said he don't believe in ring rust. So we'll see. Brian Mendoza said he sparred Errol Spence, but it's like he kind of threw a shot at Errol Spence in a way. He said, "Yeah, I sparred Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Like basically, like he back. He still got it. He could take a hell of a shot." So it was like, are you insinuating that you was beating Errol ass? Like, what are you trying to say? Why are you talking about his punch resistance? Why are you talking about his ability to take a shot? I don't know. Mendoza is in his division, so he probably look at Spence as an op. So who knows? Conor McGregor could beat Barrios with the injury, with one leg. Yeah. McGregor beat that nigga with his ACL fucked up like that. Spence ain't believing 6 weeks of sparring as well. Well, look, man, I heard both sides of the story. I heard Derek James claim he said that Spence was injured and that he even offered Spence to spar somebody. They just won't touch the body, and Spence refused. And he also said that his father intervened in the training and said that he didn't want his son sparring nobody. That would have been a fucking no-go for me because, listen, like, you're his father, and I appreciate that you're active in your son's life, but this ain't none of your business over here, bro. Like, it really ain't. Like, you could be a part of the team and all that shit, but as a coach, it's between me and my fucking fighter. Like, you like, basically, like, who the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck if you the dad. Who the fuck are you to tell me that you know what I'm saying? Oh, your son ain't sparring. Like, bro, that's between me and him. Now, if Spence don't want to spar, then, I can't make a motherfucker spar when they're the fighter. But you put the fuck out of here. We would have had an issue. We'd have had a series on my son ain't sparring nobody. Nigga, you want to take over this camp? You want to be the coach? You go ahead with all that shit. I don't like some of the shit Errol Spence was saying, to be honest with you. I've been highly critical of Derek James on here. I think he was tap dancing for Ryan Garcia and all that. Definitely on some cool shit. And I criticized him for that. But one thing about Earl was like, man, like, with Derek James, I was just trying to be loyal, blah, blah. I felt like I learned everything I could learn from him. And, if you look at my fights during the amateurs, you see that nothing really changed with me. My whole thing is, if you were fighting like a pro in the amateurs, right? That's what you're saying. Spence got a pro style. If he had a pro style in the amateurs and your long-term goal is to be a professional, Derek James did his job, first of all. Second of all, You say that Derrick James taught you everything he needed to teach you. Look how far you got with that shit he taught you, though. You couldn't keep him around. You beat Kell Brook. You beat Sean Porter. You beat your Dennis Ugas. You beat Danny Garcia. You had 3 of the major world titles at 147 pounds. You know what I'm saying? 3 of the 4 major titles at 147 pounds, bro. And then was beating the shit out of niggas too. Like that was all off of the strength of your hard work and Derrick James' teachings. So it's just crazy that you lose to Terrence Crawford when you were being irresponsible. You refused to spar. You didn't prepare. You threw all that shit on Derrick James. Then when you got embarrassed the way that you did, all of a sudden you learned everything you could learn from Derrick James. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So you had one slip up with that coach, the only loss of your career. You felt like you learned everything you can learn from Derrick James. Bro, the reason why you had them shortcomings and you had so much difficulty in your pro career was because of your wrongdoings. You was partying, you was drinking, you know what I'm saying? You was blowing up excessively in weight. You were running in sauna suits, training in sparring in sauna suits and all this shit. This is what he said, not me. You basically had to starve yourself. You cut out your strength and conditioning coach for whatever reason. Like Errol Spence has made a lot of fucked up mistakes in his career. And those are the reasons why he had his shortcomings. And that's why he ultimately got embarrassed against Terrence Crawford. Remember when Spence had that motherfucking strength and conditioning coach? His name was like Blue Ray or some shit like that. When he had that strength and conditioning coach, that nigga got nothing but knockouts. For some reason, for some strange reason, he cuts that strength and conditioning coach out of his training regimen. He out partying, drinking, doing whatever the fuck he want. Car accidents, all that good shit. You know, blowing up to 180, 190 pounds and having to cut down to 147 for world title fights. And somehow, some way, Derrick James was the reason why you wasn't progressing. Shit is crazy to me. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like, I don't know how I fought the same way in the amateurs that you did in the pros. Okay. And while you was in the amateurs, you were an Olympic alternate, which is very impressive and very difficult to do. So you fought at the top of you fought at a high level in the amateurs. You're literally an Olympian, right? I guess Olympic alternates, are they considered Olympians? I don't know. But you fought at a high level in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? You was on the fucking USA, high performance team. I'm guessing you was getting a little allowance from USA Boxing. Like, you don't do that shit unless you're a top fucking like amateur. Then in the pros, you sign off the rip. You sign with Al Heyman, one of the biggest fucking advisors in boxing history, one of the most powerful people to ever stumble across boxing. You was considered the boogeyman. You go to the UK, you stop Kell Brook. You do all this great shit. You come up short once. You learned everything you can learn from Derrick James. I don't respect that shit. I really don't. Not highly doubt Spencer's looking for my respect. Niggas sound like he had peace in the motherfucker. I ain't gonna disturb his peace. But I ain't gonna lie, that shit sound like some sucker shit, bro. Because when he came out with that interview with Andre Ward, he said, man, we wasn't even defending the jab. Nigga, you don't know how to defend a jab? You don't know how to defend a southpaw jab? You never done that? Man, Derrick James said he had to do like 14, 15 rounds of pad work every fucking day because Spence couldn't spar. He had to throw, he had to like, how the way Derrick James does pad work, it's like he simulates the actual fight. Shots are coming back. You got to respond. 15 fucking rounds. Do anybody, like, niggas only be doing pad work for 4 to 6 rounds at the most. This nigga's doing 15 rounds of pad work every day. That is like the equivalent of sparring. That's like 45 minutes of straight pad work. Because this nigga refused to spar. His father didn't allow him to spar, as if he should have any say-so on the matter. Then Derrick James is like, yo, I got somebody that you could work with. I'll just tell him not to touch the body because he had a rib injury. Spence refused to do it. So ultimately, you set yourself up for failure. Derrick James ain't set that up. Derrick James ain't set you up for failure. You set yourself up for failure. Your stubbornness set you up for failure. I'm surprised, baffled that no southpaws were in the camp. I'm still confused. I heard Derrick James say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't in charge of the sparring partners. Now, I don't know too much about that. You know what I mean? I don't know if PBC was the ones who sent fighters over there for work. And, you know, Derrick James approves them, denies them, whatever the case is. But, man, look, that's a messy situation. But I don't know, man. Like, when I heard both sides, bro, I couldn't help but rock with Derrick James, bro. Now, Derrick James wasn't perfect. There was obviously, you know, a lack of communication between both parties and all of that. And you could tell Derrick James probably was overwhelmed with the workload he had. Anthony Joshua, Jermell Charlo, you know, Errol Spence, they all had big fights happen simultaneously. It's a lot going on. But he said he was training all of them separately. He said he had that shit under a strict schedule. And, you know, Errol Spence got his kids all running around the gym. And, you know what I'm saying? He said that shit was like chaotic. PBC was in charge. Well, I've heard of that before. Yeah, like they'll be the ones, you know what I mean, that'll send the sparring over, and the coach, you know, could be okay with it. They could be not okay with it. You know, the trainer could pretty much approve and deny whoever is a part of the camp. I heard of that. So, okay. Charlo and Spence wanted their dogs in the gym. Like, yeah, like what the fuck are we doing? Like, the fuck you mean you your dogs? These emotional support animals, nigga. We in camp, nigga. Fuck them dogs. Go play with them fucking dogs when you done training. Bro, that's just a type person I am. Like, if we in camp, like we locked in, we training, and this is coming from a coach. Like, I am a fucking boxing coach. If you ain't got no business being there, then you should not be there. Don't be bringing your fucking little hood rat friends around that, you know, got shiesties on and just watching niggas just sitting there watching. Don't be bringing your girl over there so they can come watch you and you can go show off for the bitch. Don't fucking bring no dogs. Don't bring no fucking bro. If you look now, we got some people in the gym that's fathers, right? And you know they might have to train during their time with their children. I'm kind of like, I'm a little 50-50 with that. If you ain't got no other choice, then whatever. You know, Mark, you know, I love the kids. You feel me? So, you know, I got a little bit of a, you know, a soft spot for them. I mean, like there's kids that be in the gym that I got a soft spot for, and I don't even like their parent. Like, I don't even like your dad, but you know what I mean? You about the same age as my son. I see my son in you. So, you know what I mean? It's all love. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. But if it's like kids, like a fucking daycare, nah. We ain't doing that. We definitely ain't doing that. But yeah, bro, like these niggas be tripping. I don't know. Like, it just need to be me and you in the gym. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If you ain't got no business here, if you're not contributing to the camp, there's no reason why you should be here at all. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I've been doing all this talk. I've been talking for damn near 45 minutes. I ain't even getting into the topic. So let's get into the topics real quick. Now, the only reason why I'm bringing this whole Devin Haney situation back around is because y'all keep asking me, yo, who do you think Devin Haney going to choose? The boxing world is in suspense right now. It's in suspense right now because they're waiting for Devin Haney to make his announcement. Shakur Stevenson just had his announcement that he's officially signed with MAZUMA, but Devin Haney has still been a little quiet and been a little bit under the radar. By the way, happy birthday to Bill Haney. Happy birthday to Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying? Top manager, hell of a father that every man should aspire to be. You know what I mean? That's what I'm working towards every day. Being, you know, a LeVar Ball type father, Bill Haney type father. Like you know, like my father. I'm trying to be like him. You feel what I'm saying? I'm working every day towards being the best father I could be. So salute to the OG Bill Haney. You feel what I'm saying? But the boxing world has been in suspense in terms of what Devin Haney is gonna do. And a lot of people keep asking me, yo, Mark, like, who do you think Devin Haney is gonna choose? And when you I really don't know at the end of the day. I can't really tell you. Like, I really can't tell you what he's gonna choose, where he's gonna go, all this shit. But this is what I'm thinking, right? This is just a mere prediction. So you could take this with a grain of salt, right? Devin Haney, it's already been rumored. I think they're just waiting to announce it that he's gonna sign with Zuffa Boxing as well. It's a good deal, blah blah. They just waiting for it to be announced. And I think Devin Haney is gonna announce the signing with Zuffa at the same time that he announces his fight. Now, considering the fact that Devin Haney is going to be signing with Zuffa Boxing, Shakur Stevenson with Zuffa Boxing, it would only make sense that them two fight each other, right? Then on top of this, Shakur Stevenson is saying that, he's already signed his end of the deal. You know what I mean? You already know what team he with, blah, blah, blah. And you considering the fact that Zuffa isn't really big on world titles, and they probably don't they probably already told Devin Haney, like, man, you bigger than the belt. Like, this fight right here don't need a belt. And this is a way bigger fight than the Keyshawn Davis, right? So I personally believe, this is just me, I could be wrong, Devin Haney may very well vacate that WBO welterweight title, officially announce his signing with Zuffa Boxing, and fight Shakur Stevenson. That's what I personally think is going to happen. I think that 144 catchweight is going to be very much real. I think they're going to be fighting later on this year. Keyshawn Davis is going to have to fight whoever is ranked in the WBO. I could check the rankings right now. Boxing scene. Let me check that out. Who's ranked in the WBO at 147 right now? Keyshawn Davis. Ooh, Keyshawn Davis versus Brian Norman Jr. Ooh, for the vacant WBO title. That'll be a hell of a fucking vacant title fight. Brian Norman versus Keyshawn Davis. That's a banger. I like that fight a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. And whoever wins that could face Devin Haney again. I don't know. Whatever. That's what I personally believe is going to happen, man. I think that Devin Haney's weighing his options right now, and that WBO title may very well be important to him. However, I think at this point in time, with as decorated as he is, a 3-division world champion, undisputed at 135 pounds, good names on his resume, Brian Norman, Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? He, Regis Prograis, he's piling on the names, and I think that Devin Haney, and he fought Ryan Garcia, got cheated against Ryan Garcia. I think that he's still got a chip on his shoulder and is looking to prove that he is the best amongst his, like his colleagues, I guess you would say, like his peers. That's what I meant to say, his peers. So I think that Devin Haney is going to weigh both options. He'll be like, all right, I could fight Keyshawn Davis right here, but it's just a title defense, probably regular bread. You know what I'm saying? And, I could defend my title from there. And the Shakur Stevenson fight might be there later on. However, he's probably like, man, this is like, this fight makes a whole lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? This fight with Shakur Stevenson, I'll be Shakur Stevenson. I could be worth even more money. You know what I'm saying? And I could just, continue to pursue the bigger fights. Another thing, right? Zuffa is the one paying these niggas, right? So with them having the bag, with them bringing the bag to the table, they get to really determine at the end of the day who Devin Haney should be lined up to fight. Like they can't necessarily tell Devin Haney who to fight, but at the same time, they could be like, yo, nigga, if you want this bankroll, we want to see this. This is the fight that we want. We're willing to give you this money, but under these conditions. And, I'm sure Devin Haney's with it because, he's a risk taker. You know what I mean? He doesn't mind, fighting the best competition available. I've seen him do it on multiple occasions. So I think that I think the push from Zuffa is ultimately going to lead. I think Devin Haney weighing his options and understanding that Shakur is a bigger fight, a bigger legacy fight, a bigger money fight, along with Zuffa pushing this fight and influencing Devin Haney to fight Shakur Stevenson. I think that's what's going to lead Devin Haney to vacate his title with the WBO. Go ahead and fight Shakur Stevenson at a catch weight of 144 pounds and fight each other later this year. And if that fight is done, man, that's an absolute fire-ass fight. And, you know, people are going to have their criticisms and all of that and say that, you know, Devin Haney ducked Keyshawn Davis and all of that shit. But at the end of the day, you know, and Shakur Stevenson saying this shit, right? But that's the thing about Shakur Stevenson. Like, he may come off as, like, intelligent when he's debating a Shannon Sharp and shit like that. But for motherfuckers who's not casual boxing fans and is not ignorant to the sport of boxing, you know, you can't really get that ignorant shit off on us, because this is one thing that Shakur Stevenson always says. I'm him. I'm the best fighter in the world. And y'all going to see, oh, I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm the best fighter in the world. So, okay, let's run with that narrative. You're the best fighter in the world, Shakur, right? Devin Haney wants to fight you. And he may very well vacate a title and disregard the Keyshawn Davis fight to fight you. Meanwhile, you're going around calling this nigga a duck. If he vacates his title and fights you, he's ducking Keyshawn Davis. How the fuck is it a duck if he's choosing to fight the best fighter in the world over Keyshawn Davis? How the fuck is he a duck? You can only fight one person at a time. So if he chooses to fight the best fighter in the world over Keyshawn Davis, how the fuck is that logically a duck? Don't get that shit at all. And let's keep it real. The Shakur Stevenson fight is much bigger than the Keyshawn Davis fight. And, you know, you got all these people. I seen like Chris Mannix talking about this fight needs to marinate. No, the fuck it don't. No, it don't. And I'm sick of this whole fucking narrative that's being pushed by these guys who, let's keep it real, a lot of these motherfuckers ain't come up in boxing, right? These niggas is reporters. These niggas, in reality, these niggas just be knowing what motherfuckers tell them. I mean, they ain't got no direct experience with the business of boxing. They just know whatever another nigga told them. Right? So they just be copying and pasting whatever somebody told them in the past and shit. Them niggas took notes and they memorized the shit. So now they act like they know the business. Bro, the reality is the fight makes sense. You know why the fight makes sense? It's so simple. It's so simple. You want to know how I know the fight makes sense? Because these niggas is coming together and putting the bread up and demand. Now, I'm not going to say demanded. They're willing to put the money up to see the fight happen now. So if the higher ups are willing to drop a fucking stupid bag to see these two fight in a fucking boxing ring, that lets you know that there's no need for it to be marinated. It's ready to go now. Didn't y'all niggas learn from previous fights? Remember these niggas when the Anthony Joshua and Wilder fight, the Anthony Joshua and Wilder fight was ready now? What did they do? Let's do one more fight. Wilder gets his ass whooped by Joseph Parker. Remember when the Jarrett Hurd and Jamel Charlo fight was ready now? Jarrett Hurd wanted a tune-up because he this is the dumbest shit in the world. Oh, I fought southpaws back-to-back. I just need an orthodox look before I fight Jamel. Dickhead, you fought orthodoxes your whole fucking life. What the fuck do you need to fight another one for? I never heard of a nigga saying that they needed to fight an orthodox nigga to get ready for an orthodox nigga. Now, I've heard that for southpaws because it's a different angle. You know what I mean? This is a right-hand dominant world. So when you see a left-handed fighter, it could be a little bit different. You might get a little bit in your head. You might not know exactly how to approach them. I get it. But I never heard of a fighter saying that they needed a fucking tune-up for an orthodox fighter. Never heard of that. This nigga Jarrett Hurd get in there with J-Rock, who was fucking on fire at the time, and beats the dog shit out of Jarrett Hurd. Jarrett Hurd never been the same, and boxing fans missed out on Jarrett Hurd and Jamel Charlo. I think it was for Undisputed because this motherfucker, Jarrett Hurd, wanted to let the shit marinate. Wanma versus Gamboa. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that clear as day. That was back in them. That was like the HBO days. I remember that shit. Look, man, the fight is ready because the motherfuckers who dropped the bag says so. Simple. Shakur Stevenson, undefeated 4-division world champion. Devin Haney, undefeated 3-division world champion. Both at the peak of their fucking powers. Both active world champions. Sitting on their throne in their division about to see each other in the middle. The money's there. The higher-ups want to see the fight happen. What the fuck? What do you mean this fight needs to marinate? What do you mean this fight's not ready yet? The fight's ready if these motherfuckers is paying to see it. And we can't sit here and act like it's baby money. Shakur Stevenson, when they asked him, why did you sign with Zoo for boxing? He said, man, that fucking paycheck is ridiculous. And mind you, Shakur Stevenson done fought for, I think Top Rank offered him like a deal for like 3 fights, $15 million, minimum or some bullshit like that. And he turned that shit down. So he must be making a lot more than that. He probably touching 8 figures. I don't know. I ain't no pocket watcher, but maybe he touching high 7, low 8 figures. Maybe higher than that. I don't know. I heard Devin Haney say one time he was going to attempt to negotiate with Turki Al-Sheikh one time, but he offered a bag that was so crazy that he just said yes immediately. Remember him say that clear as day for the Jose Ramirez fight. He said, man, I was in that room ready to negotiate with Turki. Because, when you come into these, negotiations, they usually try to lowball you. You got to work your way to a number that you deem to be suitable. This nigga Turki shot a number at him right away. He was like, bet. So if a nigga with this type of reputation, the Turki Al-Sheikh that gives these dudes stupid paydays, is willing to drop a stupid payday for these guys to fight, fuck marinating. Sometimes marinating work out, but I think marinating has done more harm than good to the sport of boxing. And a lot of times when niggas is letting shit marinate, it's because the money ain't there yet. The money's there. So the fight is ready. The money's there, the fight's ready. So ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. If y'all not a fan of the fight, just say that. If you don't like the style, if you don't like the fight, how the way it meshes up stylistically, then just say that. But don't say that the fight ain't ready. And then put these little fake ass business hats on like y'all know the sport of boxing. Cut it out. Cut it out. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Nathaniel says if Shakur really cared about Keyshawn, he would let him fight Haney. Because if Haney drops the belt, who Keyshawn gonna fight? No one in the WBO ranking that have name, value, or accomplishments like that. Well, this is the thing, Nathaniel. And this is why I say that whole brotherhood shit. The only reason why Shakur is a part of this brotherhood is because it's beneficial to him. Already done told y'all this shit 1,000,001 times. Shakur may look at these niggas like his brothers, but he don't want to see anybody do better than him. He already stepped on Keyshawn Davis's toes with the whole Teofimo Lopez shit. I remember Keyshawn was setting himself up to be the #1 guy for Teofimo Lopez WBO title at 140. Keyshawn was actively calling out Shakur Stevenson. Keyshawn was actively calling out Teofimo Lopez, pulling up on him, trying to get a fight with him, all that shit. They was building that shit up slowly but surely, even though Teofimo was low-key bitching. Keyshawn was putting himself in position for that fight. What happens? Shakur Stevenson gets that fight. Keyshawn was like, oh, he took that fight from me, but it's cool because, Teo scared of me, blah, blah. So he let the first John go. So now he goes up into another division. And the reason why he going up to 47 for real, is because he don't want, he don't want people to keep asking for him and Shakur to fight at 140. You know what I'm saying? So he goes up, he getting in position to fight, Devin Haney, Jay Prince, and all of them, they working on that shit. Now Shakur Stevenson out here pleading his case. Mind you, This is a pattern at this point. Now Shakur Stevenson out here, making his case for why he wants that fight. Bro, he's actively tweeting saying, man, this fight just makes fight. This is one of the biggest fights. This fight could happen at 144. We should do it at 144. And Devin Haney like, all right, bro. So if I come down to 144, you'll fight me? What Shakur say? He ain't say, oh, no, I'm going to let Keyshawn fight you first, but I'm going to get with you after. No, he says yes. And then after he gets criticized for that, and they start questioning his loyalty with Keyshawn, then Shakur turns it around and is like, oh, I don't want to step on my brother's toes. I love my brother. I got a lot of love for my brother. So, if Keyshawn gives me his blessing, then I'll fight him. Now he's saying, oh, if Devin Haney vacates the title, then I'll fight him. So do you need your brother's blessings or not? Look, man, Shakur is too much of a competitor. He's competitive as fuck. That's one thing I can say about Shakur. You can see it in how the way he moved. Very competitive, just like Bud, just like Andre Ward. That's why they all get along like that. They all share that competitive spirit, like Floyd, Michael Jordan. They psycho competitors. Kobe Bryant, you name it. I was even like that during my day. So with that competitive spirit that Shakur Stevenson has, whether you his brother or not, he will do whatever he can to make sure that a nigga does not surpass him. If Shakur go around talking about he want to see Keyshawn do well, even if it's better than him, he's a fucking liar. He took that T.O. fight from him. He will take that Haney fight from him. And let Keyshawn try to figure it out. Because he not about to stall his career. He not about to stall his legacy. He not about to take away from his legacy to go help out little Keyshawn. Fuck no, like we cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to leave any food on the table because you looking for an opportunity to eat. Nah, I need all that. I'm trying to tell you. The reason why Shakur even keep Keyshawn around is for his own benefit. It ain't because he really fuck with Keyshawn. Nah, bro. If I could keep you as my quote unquote brother and reap the benefits of you being around, sparring and all that shit to get ready for other big fights that I'm actively taking from you, why not? I could just keep calling you my brother and keep making you feel like I'm your friend whole time. I'm just benefiting off of you. How does nobody see that? I'm not the smartest nigga in the world. How could y'all not see that? That he's using these niggas. Keep Raymond Ford around for sparring. When he was cool with Richardson Hitchins, keep him around for sparring. You see how he flew that nigga in to spar Raymond Ford so they could go ahead and try to throw off O'Shaquie from his game. So nobody asked for him to fight O'Shaquie. Said he was going to fight O'Shaquie if he beat Ray. It's crickets now. It's crickets. You know what I'm saying? He keep motherfuckers around because they make him better. They make him the best version of himself. Shakur is really big on sparring, y'all. That's why he done sparred everybody and their mother. You can't name many people that Shakur hasn't sparred. All the top niggas that's in or around his division right now, he done sparred. Half the niggas he done fought, he done sparred. Sparred William Sapiti, he sparred Teofimo, he sparred Jamel Herring, he sparred Joel Gonzalez. Bro, this motherfucker be everywhere with it. He said, I remember he had a little Dodge Challenger when he first signed with Top Rank. He used to drive to Philly all the time and spar at Boots Gym. Sparred Boots. He sparred a few niggas. He was just at Philly. He was just at Boots' most recent gym not that long ago, sparring guys over there. So, you know what I'm saying? Sparring's real big for him. So he keep a group of sharp fighters around him that he could actively spar to up his game so he could be ready for these big fights. And, he'll call these niggas they brothers so, he could get 1,000,001 rounds with them. You know what I mean? It's not like they going to call them out. They brothers, so they're not going to call each other out. And this nigga got a little Zaybop, that little weirdo young boy. He's such a fucking weirdo. It's like Quinn Moses, he's a little weirdo. He said, oh, but that money worth your friendship? Yeah, yes, nigga. Yes. Fuck you talking about, nigga. I gotta feed my fucking family. If I gotta throw away a friendship to go get a fucking bag, then fuck it. It is what it is. And if us fighting, fucks up our relationship, we wasn't that cool in the first place, nigga. So let's have it. What are we talking about? Niggas I Quinn on here trying to justify being a fucking hoe ass nigga, bro. Cause he getting molded by Shakur and them to make it seem like being friends in boxing is okay. Josue said that Boots and Corey sparring session must have been crazy. Man, Boots was playing with that nigga, man. That's what I heard. I heard Boots was playing with that nigga. He a little Shakur little, man. He ain't fucking with no Jerron Ennis, bro. Boots was playing with that nigga. That's what I heard. And to me, Boots is a better fighter than Shakur. All of more athletic. He's faster. He's stronger. Punching combinations better. Come on, man. Shakur got defense and good range control. It's not better than Boots outside of that. My boy Trick said, MAZUMA, if you were in the prime of your career and you were boxing, would you join the Shakur camp? Or is it detrimental to your career? It's clearly detrimental. It's clearly detrimental. Look what Keyshawn's going through, and you tell me if it's beneficial. To answer your question, fuck them niggas. I wouldn't be cool with nobody. I'll be on my Abdullah Mesa shit. You see, you got to fight one. You got to be a friend with one. You got to do. Abdullah was like, oh, them three. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him. I'm going to fight him. There's no reason to be friends with none of these niggas, bro. Albert Bell and Abdullah was cool. They rumbled. Known each other for years. Fuck no, I wouldn't join no Shakur Stevenson camp. Fuck I look like. Bro, let me go ahead and find that shit. Let me go find them too, because y'all niggas probably like, what the fuck this nigga talking about? Let me find little Zay. First of all, I still stand by this, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That little Zay Bop nigga, he's a weirdo. Anybody who go around naming themselves Zay Bop nigga, do you know what Bop mean? Do you know what Bop mean? Nigga? That's weird. Let me find this shit. Oh shit. Actually, wow. He actually responded to me. He actually responded to my tweet. Little Zay Bop. So he says, when I see somebody say they'll fight they brother, I'll forever think you a backdoor type of nigga. So I wrote, thanks for letting us know early in your career that you were straight turkey. They laughed at it. He responds and says, I'll fight everybody y'all hype up. Time will tell. Well, what if we hype up somebody that you happen to call your brother? Would you fight him? I didn't, bro. To this day, this nigga wrote that shit damn near a week ago. I didn't even know that he responded back to my tweet. I think I got my notification set up where it's like, if you don't follow me, I don't see a notification. But I gotta change that because I completely missed out on this. But look what he said. Look what he said. Look what he said. Let me see. Where is that? And as someone with two brothers, we sure fight for a bag. He said, you'll try to kill your brother for some money. Bro, why y'all niggas acting like friendship type of brothers and biological brothers is the same thing? It is not the same. Like, a nigga that I met in my childhood would never equate to a biological sibling. Like, it don't work that way. Not with me, at least. Especially if we're in the same fucking sport, we have the same career, we're in the same weight class. That's a conversation we're gonna have to have. Like, yo, bro, like, we might have to fight each other later down the line. It is what it is. That's the fucking field that we in, bro. That's the field that we in. And there needs to be an understanding there. This nigga Jay Grant said, come on, man. They slept head to toe. Your fucking profile picture is hilarious, by the way. Is that cherries? Is that Shakur Stevenson holding a fucking John of cherries? That's crazy. If that's what that is, you Jay Grant, a wild motherfucker. But then he said, nigga, if me and my brother can make millions together, why fucking not? It's just a sport. They ain't say kill your brother. He said it's just a sport to y'all and for y'all entertainment. Every time a fighter step in the ring, they life on the line. Y'all niggas would be copying and pasting whatever somebody else say. Y'all niggas need to be original. God damn, like, yeah, we know your life on the line, nigga, but that's what you signed up for. Ain't nobody, niggas be acting like they were forced to box. Niggas be acting like they forced to box. Like, man, every time we get in there, we put our life on the line. Nigga, you chose to fucking put yourself in a sport that included putting your life on the line or putting your life at danger. Nobody trying to hear that shit. Man, but you know, you fight your brother, man. You know, you fight your brother, man. Your life on the line. I don't want to kill my brother. I want my brother to kill me. So why you in the sport, nigga? Go be friends working at a motherfucking AutoZone together. Go get a motherfucking, go order that radiator in my car, nigga. If boxing too intense for y'all niggas to, you know, compete in as brothers, then go do something else, nigga. Go work at Meineke and go change a headlight, nigga. Go do an oil change or something. Y'all niggas just showing this sport ain't really, y'all niggas really ain't cut out for this sport. Y'all niggas got conditions. If y'all niggas really about this boxing shit, don't give a fuck who it is. This nigga Oscar De La Hoya said that if his brother was ranked below him, that he would have fought him. Now that's a bit extreme for me. I wouldn't fight a biological brother, but a nigga that I just know because I came up in the sport with him. If we gotta see each other, we gotta see each other. That's why I never really been a fan of like niggas wanted to see the Klitschko's fight. I wouldn't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? These niggas come from the same mother, same father. Like, that's different. You feel me? The Charlos, that's different. You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody knows that, which is why nobody really cared for the Charlos to fight each other. You feel me? Like it's a different type of time when it's a biological brother and sister. You feel me? My boy Josh in the building said niggas dying sparring, but they do endless rounds of sparring with their brother. Yeah, niggas dying sparring a lot. Sparring is what actually be making motherfuckers die in the ring. You know what I mean? But the way these niggas be talking, I think they be playing patty cake in that motherfucker. Patty cake, bakers, man. Like them niggas being there doing that type shit or something. I would love to see they sparring. These niggas probably make sure your hands open in the glove, Shakur. You too, Key. Sometimes you close your fist. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. God damn. What that nigga Nate Diaz said, them niggas playing touch butt in that motherfucking ring. Did I hit you too hardcore? A little bit, but it's okay, Keyshawn. You're my brother. It's like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, what the fuck is we doing out here in these streets? Y'all niggas soft. But anyways, and I ain't the toughest nigga in the world. That's the crazy part. I'm really not. I ain't no gangster. I ain't no tough guy. None of that. I'm a laid back, chill boy. But goddamn, y'all niggas be going out like some hoes. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see what this nigga said. For millions, you niggas are hilarious. He said, you do anything for money, huh? Nigga, this is what the fuck you mean? Do you fight for free? You do anything for money, huh? You fight your brother for money? Man, y'all niggas do anything for money. Bro, you literally get paid handsomely to throw your motherfucking hands, nigga. The fuck you mean niggas do whatever for money? That's what you should be doing. You should be doing anything for money, nigga. That's what fighters do. They rumble anybody for money. That's what you should do, nigga. Niggas act like something wrong with that. You do anything for money. Yeah, as a fucking fighter, yeah. If the money right, yeah, I fight anybody, yes. The fuck? I was raised different. Thorough. No, you was raised like a fucking turkey. And I called him and he said, I'll fight anybody y'all hype up. Time will tell. Yeah, you right. Time will tell. Yeah, time will tell. We'll see. We gonna revisit this shit when somebody that you claim to be your brother is ranked in the same sanctioning body as you or whatever the case is. We gonna see. We gonna see. You fight, and then when we hype him up, you better fight him, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Yeah, Shakur got them niggas brainwashed over there, but I'm trying to tell y'all that nigga Shakur really the pimping, bro. That nigga got them niggas all under a strict program. Got them niggas brainwashed. It's like like them who was it that it was one of them niggas that them niggas that nigga Shakur got a cult over there. Who was that nigga that he had like a cult of women and they was all about to unalive themselves together and all that shit. What was his name? Was it Charlie? Who was that nigga? Charles Manson? I think it was Charles Manson. Yeah, like the motherfucking Charles Manson. Charles Manson and them girls. That nigga had a group of girls hypnotized. Yeah, had them. They was on go, ready to do whatever the fuck. They Shakur got them niggas manipulated, boy. Yeah, Shakur took another fight for me, but that's my brother. You know, I want my brother to do well. Do he want you to do well? Yeah, man. Like we spar all the time, man. I'm helping him get ready for this fight, man. Yeah, I'm getting so sharp working with Shakur. Oh, okay, you just getting sharp for sparring, huh? Niggas getting sharp. Niggas getting hella sharp to fight nobody. So when you was supposed to fight Devin Haney and you had that fight in your fucking hands, I'm telling you, I think something just tells me Devin Haney's gonna vacate that belt. I think it'll be. I think that'll be. I think that's what Zuffa will want him to do anyway. Yeah, get rid of that belt. We don't want that shit anyway. Yeah, get rid of that belt. We don't need that shit anyway. You're bigger than the belt, Dev. Vacate it. We're gonna give you money that we're gonna give you. We're gonna give you the biggest payday of your career. Just vacate that belt and fight Shakur. Y'all don't need a belt. Y'all both bigger than a belt. You know what I'm saying? They thought that nigga Charles Manson was God in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Chris Maldonado, what up, brother? This nigga said flesh pistol. That's fucking hilarious. But anyways, man. Yeah, so a lot of people asking me, who do I think Devin Haney's going to choose between Keyshawn and Shakur? I think it's going to be Shakur, man. I think he's going to vacate that WBO title. The WBO will most likely mandate Keyshawn to fight Brian Norman, and we'll see where that fight goes from there. It's just so convenient that both of these guys are top-ranked fighters. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Sierra Ali said Key and Core will fall out. I'm telling you, Mark, and will fight. Oh, well, that's what I want. You know what I mean? Like, do I want these guys to have a fucking have a good friendship and then all of a sudden, it just goes bad and they end up having like a serious beef. No, I don't want to see that shit. But at the same time, since y'all niggas keep using that brotherhood approach in order to do boxing a disservice, yeah, like fuck it. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas could have just, kept it cool, be friends, but when that time come for y'all to fight, y'all rumble. But instead, y'all saying fuck the fans, fuck what the fans want. We gonna stay brothers regardless, blah blah. So yeah, I hope y'all niggas have a falling out. So y'all end up giving us what the fuck we want anyway. Yeah, that could be selfish, but so what? We the ones who pay. This is the thing, like, boxers and promoters and shit, they be trying to make fans feel bad for being selfish. Nigga, Do y'all make y'all bosses feel selfish? Do y'all make y'all bosses feel bad when they make y'all stay uh uh an hour over where y'all was supposed to clock out? Do y'all make y'all bosses feel any type of way when they make you come early to work? Do y'all niggas make y'all bosses feel bad when they deny you a day off from work? Like, no, y'all niggas be shutting the fuck up and doing what the fuck y'all told for the most part. A lot of y'all niggas, you know what I mean? Y'all don't even stand up to y'all motherfucking boss. But over here, y'all want to make boxers fans feel bad because we want to see a fight or we want to see this fight happen next. No, we the ones we the reason why these niggas getting paid to perform. We the reason why these niggas is multimillionaires. We the reason why these niggas retire and end up accumulating generational wealth because of us, because we're the ones that's paying to see these niggas fight. So if we want to see a fight and we're willing to put the bread up to see the shit, then do your fucking job and make the fight happen. He said this key and core slander is crazy. Well, so Boxing Wiz, tell me what I said that I was slandering their name. I'll wait. What did I say? What did I say that slandered their name? These niggas prize fighters, they got conditions. Oh, I'll fight. Yeah, I'll fight, but and I'll fight for a lot of money, but I won't fight him. That's my friend. We known each other since we was 13. That's my friend. You want to know how you know that shit having a bad effect on boxing? Niggas is doing that in the amateurs now. Niggas is doing that in the amateurs now. I was doing a matchmaking for one of my previous events. And I seen two kids that were open class fighters, both in the same weight class, both the same age. I matched them and I put it on the website. I get a text within like 10 minutes of me doing that match. Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to deny this one, man. That's my, that's my son's friend. I'm like, oh, okay, like y'all, they got the same coach, like y'all train together. No, we train out of separate gyms, but they're good friends. I just don't want them to fight each other. Can you find us someone else? No, nigga. Fuck out of here. I was like, yeah, I see. Fuck out of here, nigga. Niggas playing that brotherhood shit in the amateurs. Then I seen the niggas' pictures. One black young boy, one white young boy. All right, cool. What the fuck made these niggas friends? And what's crazy was these niggas wasn't even from the same city. Like one nigga was from Philly, the other nigga was from Jersey. Like, what y'all sparred a couple times and y'all just agreed to never fight each other? I don't understand. The other nigga hit me up. Oh man, that's my kid's friend, man. If we could, we'll still love to be on the card. No, nigga. No, thank you. I don't even want your energy around my card, nigga. That bitch shit, that conditional shit y'all niggas on. Mind you, and both these niggas was national champions. Why wouldn't you want to fight another national champion? Fighting y'all fighting each other will get y'all to the next level. So what you want to fight a local nigga with a couple fights instead of another national champion just like yourself? I think one won a few national titles, and then the other one, I think like he fought in the nationals, but I don't think he ever won one. But regardless, they got experience. These are experienced guys. Why the fuck is this not a fight that? Why can't this fight be made? He said a lot of these friendships start in Jersey. There's a little pattern going on. No, I didn't even mean to make that about Jersey, but goddamn, like Philly's involved. Like shit. I don't really be understanding, bro. That shit is mind boggling to me. Like, this is what we do. We doing this shit in the amateurs now. This how influent. And I'm not saying that Shakur and Keyshawn are to blame for that, but it could very possibly be that they seen them acting like that, so they feel like that's okay to do. Well, Keyshawn and Shakur, they're at the top of the game. They friends. They not gonna fight each other. So why can't we do the same thing? Boxers are very influential in that way. They can be influential in a positive way. Like, Terrence Crawford, he made it cool to become undisputed. I don't give a fuck what nobody say in this era. Collecting all 4 belts, and you've seen everybody following. Then you see niggas like, Floyd Mayweather, be influential in a negative way where he telling fighters, belts collect dust and you gotta have a perfect boxing record. Got these niggas scared to jump in the mix and shit like that. Like fighters can be influential in a positive and a negative way. So with that type of power that you got, with great power comes great responsibility, right? You got to carry shit a certain way that's going to benefit the sport of boxing. Anything else outside of that is selfish and sabotaging to the sport. That's how I feel. Out of Pal said 2 division under you or above you shouldn't be friends. They might meet one day. Yeah. Yeah. It's now like if niggas like Boots and Stephen Fulton friends, you know what I'm saying that's cool. It ain't like them niggas never gonna see each other. Like I see Caleb Plant and this nigga real cool. Stephen Fulton cool with Caleb Plant too. I get that. You feel me? Like a fucking super middleweight and a fucking what is he now? A junior lightweight? Like okay. Cool. They'll never see each other. You know what I mean? But Stephen Fulton again, like he real cool with Lamar Roach. I don't really fuck with that because y'all niggas is real close in weight. Lamar at what 135? Fulton talking about he going up to 35. All right, what if Fulton run off a series of wins and he automatically and he become Lamar mandatory? Y'all gonna be talking that friendship. Come on, man. And I hate to keep speaking on this topic, but bro, it's just such a inevitable subject to come across. It's it's, it's annoying, man. Tank and David can be friends. Yeah, yeah. Like David Benavidez and Tank. Yeah, like I get that. Niggas will never fight each other. Like if it's impossible for y'all to ever fight each other, then it makes sense. Like Boots and Bam got a good little rapport. I mean, like they gonna fucking never fight each other. I get it. It's relevant because it's holding the sport back. Facts. That's what I'm trying to say. Bud and Shakur, yeah. Yep. It's inevitable because unfortunately boxing is in the friendship era. Facts anonymous. I be trying to avoid this shit too. I really do. But we always come back to this subject because there's always some fuckery going on. Yeah, that little nigga Zaybop, he gonna be aware of him. You know what I'm saying that little nigga a weirdo. That nigga's a weirdo, bro. Gotta be careful with him already. Speaking of weirdos, and I tried to avoid this nigga at all costs because there's already like this thing about me. Yeah, Tricks, we about to get into it right now. That I hate. Boxing Wiz, you never answered my question, brother. Shout out to Irony Boxing. What up? You never answered my question. How was I slandering Core and Keyshawn? It ain't like we gonna curse you out or kick you out the chat or nothing like that, bro. We just want to know where you coming from. That's all. But speaking of weirdos, uh, And like I said, I try to avoid talking about this guy because there's already like this thing about me. Oh man, you be hating on Hitchens. Oh man, why you hating on the black man just trying to win? Nigga, he ain't trying to win. Fuck is you talking about, man? He trying to avoid niggas. He said, "Oh, you ain't hear me ask." All right, yeah. Let me know. Let me know how I'm slandering, brother. Because I don't really understand how I could be. Calling niggas out for holding hands slander these days. Oh man. But anyways, man, I wanted to show y'all this quick clip of Richardson Hitchins because I've been paying attention to what Hitchins been doing lately because you know he do got a fight coming up with Zuffa against somebody we don't give a fuck about. But Richardson Hitchins came out with a random ass tweet a couple days ago, like 3 days ago, and he said, "I'm a Canelo fan, but I used to be a huge fan. I'm a Canelo fan, but I used to be a huge fan till I realized I'm better at boxing than him. But he's a hell of a fighter." What? Let me see. Let me answer this real quick for my boy Ernie Boxing. I like that old school pick you got, brother. I like that. I like that. He said, "Is that I can't tell who that is. It's a little bit too far away. Let me know who that is, brother." Can I get your take on Spence versus Zoo? I heard Tim is training with Jeff Finnich and Spence with Ronnie. Well, that is true. They are working with those trainers. But this fight overall, man, Harry Grab, salute, brother. What do I think about this fight? There's a lot of question marks. You know what I'm saying? Earl Spence, like I said, coming off of a bad loss and a multi-year layoff with that's what Earl Spence is going through right now. He's back in the gym. He got a new trainer. So you're coming off an inactivity, a punishing knockout loss, and you got a new trainer. So you got to worry about possible ring rust. You got to worry about no longer being the same fighter after taking that much damage. Then you got to build chemistry with a whole new coach. You know what I'm saying? He says that he feels like he's in school because he's learning new things every day. So who's to say that you're going to learn all of those things that Ronnie's teaching you in one training camp? How are you going to build that strong chemistry with Ronnie in one training camp when you've been with Derek James your amateur and professional career? So there's a lot of question marks around that. Also, you got Tim Tszyu over here who's definitely not the same fighter that he was back when he fought Brian Mendoza and Tony Harrison and all of that, because he has went through some things in those two Sebastian Fundora fights. That cut definitely fucked him up psychologically, in my opinion. I think it definitely took something from him mentally. And then when you go ahead and you fight Bakr Murtazaliev and you get packed up the way you do, that could be very challenging on the psyche as well. Then you get a little warm-up fight with Joey Spencer, I believe. Then you jump back in with Fundora, and then you basically quit, to be real. Like, you quit in your corner because of the damage that you were taking. And, I think he's come back and fought since then in Australia and all of that. But, Tim Tszyu's definitely not who he once was, and he's a diminished version of himself. So I understand why Spence took this fight because, it's not an easy fight. It's not a tune-up by any means, but he's also seeing that Tim Tszyu has had some slip-ups and, you know what I'm saying? He's not the full-on dangerous version of himself that he was previously. So he deems this to be a winnable fight. And I think what's going on right now with Earl Spence is that he's been having a lack of motivation and coming back. And I think he threw in the stipulation of fighting in Australia in order to have some extra motivation. I think that's what it is with Earl Spence, because he's even saying that after this fight, win or lose, he may just walk away from the sport completely. And I think that Earl Spence has found a way, and this is very rare because a lot of dudes struggle with retirement. I think that Earl Spence has found a way to completely forget about the sport of boxing and not really have that urge to come back. He said that he only came back because he was bored. That's not a good enough reason for me, in all honesty. Earl Spence just seems to be very at peace from a mental aspect, and he has that 1 foot in, 1 foot out situation. So based off of all of that, I'm really questioning Earl Spence's, outside of me questioning whether he's the same fighter or not with the ring rust and him taking that much punishment, how much gas did he have left in the tank? I'm questioning him from that aspect as well, but I'm specifically questioning him from a mental standpoint. Is Spence still, dangerous from a, you know, mental standpoint? I still hear the competitive edge in Earl Spence, but everything else, it just seems like he's at peace. And it just seems like he doesn't want it as much as he did previously. So, uh, can he beat Tim Tszyu? Yes. But do I trust his mentality going into this fight? Not really. This ain't the Earl Spence where it's like, oh, what was it? Strap season. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still called himself the big fish and shit like that. But it just seemed like he was more on the hunt in his previous fights, where he had a chip on his shoulder, was actually looking to prove something. Now Earl Spence is real calm, real relaxed, all about his family, investing into his kids, which is a beautiful thing. Chilling on his, land with all these acres and shit like that. Like, bro, he seems to be real satisfied and he's really enjoying the benefits, the fruits from his labor, from his hard labor. He's enjoying the fruits of his labor. I love it. I understand it. I get it. But I do think there's a certain mentality that needs to be had considering Earl Spence's circumstances. I think that you need to be a little bit more charged up. You got to be a little bit more locked in. You got to be a little bit more aggressive. That's just me. Maybe Earl Spence, maybe he just got that switch where he's able to put it all together in the ring and he don't need to act like that outside of the ring. But Earl just seems to be too passive for me in comparison to who he was previously. It just, I don't know, man. I'm a little unsure about Earl. So, do I want Earl to win? Absolutely. I want him to defeat Tim Tszyu in an impressive fashion as well. But Tim Tszyu might get it, man. I don't know. Maybe Earl will have some success in the beginning, but as the rounds go on, Earl may be, he may not want it as bad as Tim Tszyu, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, Irony Boxing. Thank you. But I'm rooting for Earl Spence, but I would not be surprised if Tim Tszyu wins, man. You know what I mean? I want Earl Spence to win. I hope he wins. I'm rooting for him 110%. But I won't be surprised if Tim Tszyu wins. But let's get back to this weirdo Richardson Hitchins that a lot of people, man, you be hating on Hitchins. All right. So this was a tweet that Hitchins put out a couple days ago. He's a weirdo, bro. And this is why everybody be cursing him out. I'm a Canelo fan, but I used to be a huge fan. So he's still a fan, but he used to be a huge fan until he realized that he's better at boxing than him. But he's a hell of a fighter. So let me get this straight, Hitchins. You were a huge Canelo fan. But now you're just a fan of Canelo. And I was a huge fan until I realized I was better than him. But he's a hell of a fighter. So you stop being a big fan of a nigga because you realize you better than him. How the fuck that work? There's coaches that I got a lot of respect for that I'm fans of, but I know in my head I'm a better coach than them. That don't take away from the fact that I'm a fan of them. Like Earl Spence was a big fan. He was a big fan of Lamont Peterson. This nigga whooped Lamont Peterson ass. Then went on to say how much respect and love he got for Lamont Peterson and all of that shit. Why does your level of a fan drop when you come to a realization that you better than him? How did that shit even correlate? Do that shit even make sense, y'all? What the fuck is we even talking about? You know what I'm saying? And he dicking with the Floyd shit, but he's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. So then I see that, right? And I'm like, all right, that's weird, but that's Hitchens for you. He's a fucking weirdo. So I let that shit go. I'm like, he clout chasing off a Canelo name. That's just what it sounds like. Nigga just needs something to talk about. He feeling himself, right? So I go on Instagram and I see this. The Ring Magazine says Richardson Hitchins throws shots at Canelo Alvarez as he gears up for his fight on July 26th against Ricardo Salas. So let's see what he got to say right here.
That soul. This that shit. This that shit he not blessed with, motherfucker.
Hold on.
Gotta love me. They hate me, but gotta love me.
Get loose.
July 26th, baby.
He ain't got good.
July 26th, baby. This the shit that Canelo wish he had. Canelo a great fighter, but motherfucker, you gotta have that soul. This that shit. This that shit he not blessed with, motherfucker.
Get down, get
You hate me, but you gotta love me. They hate me, but gotta love me.
Get loose.
July 26th, baby.
He ain't got good.
July 26th, baby.
This that shit while he's hitting a double M bag on fucking beginner mode. This nigga's sitting here saying that he got that shit that Canelo wish he had. Now, what the fuck is Hitchens talking about? I don't know. Like, let's keep it real. And I rarely come to the Canelo Alvarez defense. And this ain't really me defending Canelo. It's just me keeping it real with Hitchens. Bro, you are one of the most basic fighters in the sport of boxing. There's no flash to you. Well, since you like the dick eat Floyd, you're straight up and down, no special effects. You got a good jab, you got a good right hand, you know how to keep the range. Outside of that, you are basic. I never seen no phenomenal inside work. I never seen no crazy punching power. I never seen no crazy speed. I never seen crazy endurance. I never, bro, to be real, I never even really seen no real dog in you. Like, I never really seen no real dog in you. Yo, Hitchens ain't known for shit but being niggas' brothers, like being friends of top niggas and losing to everybody and their mom and the amateurs. I keep saying that. Nigga had to run over to Haiti to be an Olympian because he kept getting his ass whooped in the States. That's who Richardson Hitchins is. To this day, this nigga's flexing a George Kambosos win. After Kambosos done lost to everybody and their mom. Lost to Devin Haney twice. Fucking got packed up by Vasil Lomachenko. Then you got him at a higher weight class that he didn't belong in. Then you stopped him. Whoop the fucking do. Right? And you said you got that shit that Canelo wish he had. What is it? A jab, right hand? What the fuck is it? Cause that's all you really got, bro. Like you got a jab and you got a right hand. You got a 1-2. And you know how to keep the range behind that jab. That's it. No inside game. You know what I'm saying? No nigga don't even give us angles. Bro, we seen how the way you get when you in there with certain styles. We seen that Gustavo Lemos fight had you holding off for dear life. We seen Rolly Romero beat the shit out you in sparring, and you claim your headgear was all over the place. Your headgear ain't fitted, nigga. What the fuck? Like, then you was about to get in there with another, and I was kind of excited for that Duarte fight. I'm like, I want to see how Hitchens do with that style because he ain't faced a style like that since Lemos. So I was like, let me see what take time you pull out the day of the fight. They claim some type of stomach virus or you ate something bad, food poisoning or some bullshit like that. Now you back popping it. Since you signed with Zuffa, you about to fight a nigga by the name of Ricardo Salas that nobody knows nor nobody gives a fuck about. And you over here talking shit about Canelo Alvarez. Check this shit out. Canelo might not have that type of style that you have. But nigga, you be lucky if you accomplish half of what Canelo Alvarez accomplished in his career. Canelo Alvarez, what, a 4-division world champion, 2-time undisputed champion at 168. Motherfucker done fought Floyd Mayweather. This nigga done fought Miguel Cotto, James Kirkland, Daniel Jacobs, fucking Triple G, Caleb Plant, with Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, fucking Dimitri Bivol, Terrence Crawford. Nigga, he got that shit that you can't get. That's hard, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And I don't fuck with Canelo at all. Y'all know this. Y'all know this. I don't fuck with niggas that fuck with the juice. You know what I'm saying? But what he said, y'all, he said that he got some shit that Canelo don't got. Yeah, here's Landy Lara. Yep, another one. Bro, and there's so much more I didn't mention. You know what I mean? He said some shit. I got that shit that Canelo can't, that Canelo don't got, nigga. Canelo got something that you don't got, nigga. That's cojones, nigga. We seen how the way you act when when it was time for you to step, nigga. We see how the way you act when it was time to step. We seen that Duarte situation. We ain't forget about that Subriel Matias situation neither. Then you try to justify being a pussy. Why would I fight you? Why would I fight you when, I can't be 100% of myself? Why would I fight you with a rehydration clause when I can't be 100% of myself? Bitch, because you're the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world. Say whatever you want about Canelo. Oh, Clenbuterol. Oh, he be ducking Benavidez, all that shit. Nigga. You're saying that you are a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez? You're out your fucking mind. Canelo Alvarez is a more skilled fighter than Richardson Hitchins. By far. Does he have that range and he got that jab? Canelo got a jab. He just don't use it a lot. But he's a better inside fighter than you. He's a better counter puncher than you. He got better combination. He more versatile. He more creative offensively than you. That's another thing. He go to the body better than you do. You know what I'm saying? He's a better finisher than you. What the fuck? How are you a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez? And you're targeting Canelo Alvarez, a nigga that you know that you cannot fight. So why you dickieing off his name if you know you can't fight him? Bro, like this nigga Hitchins, he's a cornball, bro. It's like he trying to prove the nigga so bad that he like that, but whenever it's really time to show that you like that, that nigga ain't nowhere to be found. Like, bro, this nigga was ranked. I'm gonna go through this one more time for everybody who knew, you know what I mean, who not well versed in what's going on in boxing. Richardson Hitchins was a contender at one point in time, right? He was ranked number 1 in the IBF when Subriel Matias was the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world. This was before he lost to Liam Paro, right? Richardson Hitchins ranked number 1 in the IBF. So like, oh shit, Richardson Hitchins is about to become Subriel mandatory, blah, blah, blah. He does an infamous interview on YSM Sports Media, and they ask him about that. What does Richardson Hitchins say? That he's not really a big fan of the rehydration clause that the IBF has. So, basically he really wasn't interested in getting that opportunity, which is very fucking wild to me, because as a contender, for you to be okay with turning a world title fight down, that's already a red flag in itself. But that's not what really makes him the pussy. What makes Hitchins the pussy is Subriel fights Liam Paro in Puerto Rico. Everybody think it was going to be a easy dub for Subriel. It wasn't. Liam Paro put belt on Subriel in Puerto Rico. Cool. All good. So Liam Paro goes to Puerto Rico, beats Subriel Matias, and is now the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world. Now, what I was thinking at the time was, damn, I wonder who the fuck Leon Paro going to fight, because Hitchins don't really fuck with the IBF. Oh my God, the way this nigga Hitchins came sprinting up out of that motherfucking cave that he was hiding in when Sue Burrell was champion. He out here jumping, hooting, and hollering as loud as he can so everybody can hear him. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Leo Paro, I'll fight you now, champ. I'll fight you. I'll fight you now, champ. Gets the fucking opportunity. Well, he clearly said he was against the IBF rehydration clause. And he goes ahead, he fights Leon Paro in Puerto Rico and beats Leon Paro and becomes the IBF junior welterweight champion of the world, when he said at one point in time he wasn't interested in fighting in the IBF because he didn't agree with their rehydration clause. And he made it seem like it really wasn't a fucking, Subaru Matias thing. It was an IBF thing. Well, guess what? Subaru bounced back and beat Albert Puello to become the WBC junior welterweight champion of the world. Did we ever hear this nigga Hitchins ever call for a unification fight with Subaru Matias? No. Let's not even get into the Gary Antoine Russell situation. Gary Russell been whooping Hitchins' ass since the amateurs. Nigga lost to him like 4 times. So this nigga Hitchins talking about he wanted to, he be acting funny as shit. Oh, I want to fight this guy. I want to fight that guy. What's up with Gary Antoine Russell? He a champion of your division. He bounced back. He beat Ryo, took that WBA strap. You know what this nigga told? Mind you, Hitchins ain't no fucking body. This nigga could fight at the Barclays and wouldn't even do the numbers that Xander and Boots did, and he's from Brooklyn. So this nigga ain't no star whatsoever, right? Like, you literally are a former champion and you're on Edgar Belanga's undercard in New York. I think that fight in New York. Cool. They told this nigga, yo, what's up with Gary Antoine Russell? Would you fight him? He calling you out because, this one Gary Antoine like, I want to unify. I definitely want to unify. They asked Gary, they asked this nigga Hitchins about Gary. You know what this nigga Hitchins say? This nigga Gary got to get his name up. Yo, this nigga said, Gary got to get his name up as if he's somebody. Bro, y'all niggas on the same level. You can't flex on no fucking Gary Antoine. Gary got a better win than you. Andy Hiroko a way better win than George Kambosos. Andy Hiroko would have packed Kambosos the fuck up. They would have fought that night. Nigga, you stupid. Anyways, this nigga go ahead. This nigga go ahead and say Gary gotta get his name up as if he over him. Like he a bigger star. Like Gary ain't a draw. Like he is. Man, when I heard that, then I heard you in the Keyshawn negotiations where you was asking for money that you not worth, and they dropped your dumb ass off that card. Remember, Hitchins was supposed to fight on that card. They got rid of his ass and kept Keyshawn and had Keyshawn fight Jermaine Ortiz. This nigga Hitchins had a fight. He had to fight somewhere else. I think that's when he fought Kambosos. But whatever. That's Hitchins for you. That's Hitchins for you. So we asked him to fight a champion when he was a contender. Didn't want to fight him. Got the world title. They asked him to unify. Didn't want to unify. Like, this nigga Hitchins, bro. He's a turkey. He do not believe in himself like he claim he do. Niggas in the gym talk about Gary Antoine Russell got his heart and all that shit. Keyshawn told that nigga, and I know who got your heart too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? They said the Russells was clowning Hitchins. That Hitchins came with Shakur for sparring one time at the Russells gym, and the nigga just came to watch. He didn't want to work with nobody. They asked that nigga if he wanted to spar. He said no. So you a pro boxer and Shakur a pro boxer. Y'all pull up to a gym. Shakur come to work. They ask you if you want to work, and you say no. What? So what you just there to be? What you just there to support Shakur emotionally, nigga? What you there to hold his water? I'm trying to tell you, Hitchins is a little nigga, bro. He a little nigga in real life. This nigga was wiping the sweat off Shakur's face and shit, so it won't get in his eyes. That nigga walked in. That nigga Shakur walked in with his gym bag. This nigga Hitchins was holding his spit bucket. Crazy work. Crazy work. But we got any last comments before we get up out of here, man? Nigga said that Montana Love will body Hitchins. That's hilarious. I ain't gonna go that far. Montana Love definitely ain't no world level fighter at all. I also seen Hitchins talking about that he won the nationals and shit, bro. I did all this research on Hitchins. I ain't find out one national he won. And my whole thing was, bro, if you won all these nationals and you was an Olympian and all that, why you couldn't get a major promoter to sign you? Why you end up signing with Floyd? Why you couldn't, after you got released from Floyd, why Eddie Hearn was the only one trying to take a chance on you? Like, shit don't make sense, bro. Shit don't make sense. It's Diego Pacheco and Andy Cruz fight week. Yeah, I saw that. I seen Pacheco and Aleem going at it. They talking a whole lot of shit. They don't like each other, man. AB lost like 10 pounds. That's beautiful, man. Hope he stay like that. Hopefully he not fucking with that liquor. You know what I mean? Whoever came up with that idea to put them niggas like in a boxing gym for 45 days straight, genius. That motivation ain't there for AB, but he ain't gonna have no choice but to be consistent. Consistency beats discipline all day. We got to get that AB versus Tank. Fuck no. Fuck no, man. Why y'all trying to get Tank to fight niggas that we don't want to see him fight? Why are we trying to line them up with fights when all the biggest fights in boxing there for Tank to fight? Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Who do I think will win between Hitchins and Ryan Garcia? I mean, if Hitchins could keep him behind that 1-2, he can outbox him. But if Ryan used that speed, because one thing about Hitchins ain't really got no defense. His defense is his range control, keeping you outside. You know what I mean? He ain't got no good upper body movement. His head movement ain't all like that. He's not slick at all. Hitchins ain't slick at all. He's a basic outboxer with fundamentals. That's how I look at him. You know what I'm saying? Basic. I don't think he a pillow puncher though. I think Hitchins got a little pop on him. But to me, based off of what I've seen from him, he got the fundamentals down. You know what I mean? A lot of straight shots. And he keeps the range, he keeps you at the end of his punches really well. You know what I'm saying? But if Ryan Garcia on that shit, if he on that motherfucking Osterine, Hitchins getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? If Ryan just wake up one day and be like, you know what, fuck it, and get back on that juice. Woo-wee. That nigga Hitchins gonna be assed out. But Ryan gonna have to bring the fight to Hitchins if he want to beat him. Because if it's a straight chess match, Hitchins gonna outbox him. Hitchins gonna be scary. He ain't gonna take no chances with Ryan for real. Ryan gonna have to bring that fight to him. You know what I mean? He said nigga dog water. That's crazy. I ain't never heard that before. That's hilarious. But if Ryan could use his speed, his hand speed, punching combinations, he could clip Hitchins. He could definitely clip him. Hitchins don't like pressure. He like keeping the range and boxing in the center of the ring type shit. He not trying to have nobody, push him against the ropes, make it a dog fight. Ryan tap into that, he could beat him. Who do I think Boots is fighting next? This is gonna be the last question. I think Boots is gonna end up fighting Josh Kelly next. I think they're gonna end up fighting each other at the end of the year. And I seen Boots say something on that interview he just did with the Pivot podcast. He said something about he want his next fight to be in Atlanta. So that's interesting. Didn't really expect that, but maybe Boots versus Josh Kelly in Atlanta the end of 2026. Or Boots versus Josh Kelly in Philadelphia. We'll see. But I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love as always. If y'all could go ahead and hit the like button on the way out, that'd be very much appreciated. I'll be back at y'all with another live tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Until then, hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.